Quandary Peak, minus 5 degrees. Denali, minus 12 degrees. Annapurna Massive, minus 15 degrees. This is my search for a sleep system that can handle these temperatures and still weigh only 3 pounds. Hello again, everyone. I'm Jason. I go to high and cold places, and when you are carrying your gear to high and cold places, you care about both warmth and weight. For many years now, I've been trying to reduce the weight of my sleep system without giving up, well, it's really beyond just comfort. I can't give up survivability either. Analogous to thru hikers trying to reduce their base weight, I have been trying to dial in a sleep system that can handle sub-zero temperatures and costs me no more additional weight than 3 pounds. That may sound easy. 3 pounds is a lot of weight by today's gear standards, right? Well, here are some common 0-degree sleeping bags and their weights. And that's just the bag. I still need a sleeping pad setup that can keep me warm on top of snow. My first attempt at a below zero capable sleep system was the Thermarest ZLite Sole closed cell foam with the Thermarest Neo Air XLite inflatable and a Marmot Lithium 0-degree bag. Can that get me below zero? Yes, because I still have winter clothes with me, increasing the overall insulation of my system. The two pads have an R value of 2.0 and 4.9 respectively for a 6.9 total, and they weigh 14 ounces and 12.5 ounces each. And the bag is 41 ounces, so in all I had 67.5 ounces or 4.2 pounds. But the reality was, as a cold sleeper, I was still getting a cold back at night. So then I replaced the Neo Air XLite with the Thermarest Neo Air XTherm. This was an earlier version of the XTherm, so my R value on the inflatable went up to 5.7 from 4.9, not to the 6.9 of today's model. But the older model's weight was actually less, 14 ounces instead of 17 ounces in the newer model. Anyway, I spent 2.5 ounces for 0.8 more in R value, and it was enough for me to sleep well on snow and in below zero temperatures. But the weight, I was fractions shy of 4.4 pounds. Now, I'm trying to cut weight without losing warmth. And the thing about inflatable pads, and I mentioned this in my 3 tips for camping warm at night video, is that they have enough loft to create sides that are big enough to lose heat due to the cold air passing across them and creating convection heat loss. When you touch a cold surface, that's conduction. But when cold air runs along the surface of something, that's convection. So I began putting my closed cell foam on top of my inflatable, not the other way around. This kept the overall insulation against conduction, but there was a lot less convection heat loss from the top surface that I was touching. It was warmer, way warmer. Could I get away with a thinner foam pad then? I'm already warmer generally, and if I could get an even thinner foam, then there would be even less convection heat loss. So I moved to a 1/4 inch Evazote foam pad. This one was made by XPED. Sadly, they don't make it anymore. And it has an R value of about 0.6. So my R value was now 6.8, but the weight cost of the foam went down 1/2 pound. So at this point, I'm sleeping well and I'm at 3.85 pounds. And this is when I finally took a page out of the backpacker's playbook and switched to a down quilt. This is something that renowned mountaineer Ed Viesturs wrote about in his book, and he was sleeping at 7,000 to 7,500 meters, so I figured I could make it work too. A down quilt saves weight by usually not having a hood and not having a closed back. you compress all the insulation on your back anyway, and so it isn't the bag, but rather your sleeping pads that provide the insulation there. And the hood, well, you already have one on your down jacket, which also helps increase the overall insulation if you're wearing it. So I switched to the Outdoor Vitals StormLoft down Topquilt, and this dropped my bag weight by a whopping 13 ounces. And that's where I'm at today. The Outdoor Vitals StormLoft down Topquilt on top of an XBed Evazote pad on top of a Thermarest Neo Air XTherm inflatable. All in, that's an R value of about 6.8, but with exceptional convection protection and a total weight, including all the straps needed to make the system work, of 48 ounces, or exactly 3 pounds. Okay, but how could you do it? The Topquilt is still being made by Outdoor Vitals, but the new version of the XTherm pad weighs 3 ounces more, and the XBed Evazote pad isn't even being made anymore. Well, if you went with the 1/8 inch thick Evazote from Gossamer Gear, you'd be cutting back those 3 ounces you gained while upgrading the overall R value to 7.4 compared to my 6.8. So I know that's a lot of numbers, but hopefully the journey and the trade-offs I made to lighten up while not giving up my comfort and safety is a big part of the takeaway. Thanks for coming to the end of this video. Please hit that like button, ring that bell, and subscribe. Check out our website at shortguysbetaworks.com to find gear lists, all of our videos, and additional thoughts and information. And if you have a sleep system that works well for you in temperatures below zero, please let us know about it in the comments. Until next week, keep on getting more out of that big outside.